Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Jim Sheehan, joined again by the head men's lacrosse coach at Hofstra University, Seth. Tierney. And Coach, always a pleasure to talk to you, even more so after a win on Saturday, another thrilling 10-9 one-goal decision over UMass. The last 21 years, there have been about 11 one-goal games, so this is commonplace now, as we talked about the rivalry. But let's look back at the game on Saturday. You have to be proud of this team's resilience and how they come back and never quit.
First thing is it always a pleasure to talk to you? Getting to the UMass game, listen, Hofstra UMass, it was built up, and it's been that way for a long time. We have tremendous respect for Coach Canella, his staff, and all of their players. If it's not a one-goal game, it feels like a one-goal game, and it's got the makings of something crazy happening. It's a great rivalry. It really is, and I would say that if we were on the other side of it, it's just the way it is. And Saturday the ball, it bounced our way, and I think we made it bounce our way a little bit, but it took an awful lot. Our guys had to dig pretty deep, from Bobby Casey, the defense, offensively getting to a certain number. We talked about it. We got to, can we get to 10 goals, and can we keep them to 9, and all of those things. And it was a battle for every ground ball.
Obviously, Ryan Tierney with 6 goals, 2 assists, career highs in goals and points. Dylan McIntosh with the game winner in overtime, assisted by Ryan. Those two, so good to have Dylan back to help out Ryan on attack, and that makes a big difference.
Those guys have a little bit of chemistry together. It's been going on for quite some time, ever since they first met. So again, it was good. I'm really happy for Dylan McIntosh. Been through an awful lot this year, and for him to his second game back, he did come back for Towson, his second game back, and to make an impact. It was great to have him have some success. Ryan shot the ball pretty well and played hard, but again, it's everybody. The short stick D middies, they played hard. The goalie, close defense, they're a tough team to stop. They're an experienced team. They've had some recent success, and again, a good team win. Shout out to the scout guys that work really hard all week long, and getting the guys that play a majority of the time on Saturdays. Shout out to them, and then certainly a quick thank you to our alums. It was Alumni Day here, and they were certainly here in full force, and they were part of our bench, which was great.
And part of the post-game celebration as well.
A few might have snuck in there.
Ryan being named the CAA Co-Player of the Week this week. Bobby Casey named the GoHofstra.com Student Athlete of the Week for his 16 saves, his career high 16 saves.
Sure.
As we wind down to the last 3 games of the regular season, are we really close to peaking, do you think? Or is there a lot more room to go?
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of season left and a short time to get there. So it's one of those, yin and yangs of statements, but every game is important. Every possession is important going forward. And, it was just good after a couple of one-goal losses, and you certainly were dealing with a large injury bug scenario. It is now about preparation. Yesterday, we had a good practice yesterday, got the weekend out of us, got focused, got a sweat in, and then, we'll start with Delaware today in our preparation.
Ben DeLuca's Blue Hens of Delaware, 9-2 on the season, 2-0 in the CAA on top. A big task. They're playing really well.
They're playing great. They're doing a great job. The last time I was on the sidelines with Ben, we were with Team USA, and we're fortunate enough to win a gold medal. I think the world of him. Obviously, his assistant Matt Rakowski and I have a long relationship, and that's about as solid as a relationship as it comes. Awful lot of respect for him and their program and what they're doing. They got some guys that can put the ball in the goal. They're putting up some numbers. Defensively, they're well coached, and certainly the big boy in the goal. We've faced him from time to time, and he is he's tough to get one by.
As you mentioned, they have a lot of different weapons, led by Charlie Kitchen, brother
Sure.
of James Kitchen, our James Kitchen.
Yep. Played really well against us last year.
Yeah.
Had a bunch. And, Charlie's a hell of a player. There's no getting around it. And he's not a one-dimensional guy where he's just putting the ball in the goal. He's making everybody around him better, and he's playing great.
And obviously Matt DeLuca in the last line of defense right there, he's playing really well.
Yeah, Matt's a great kid, and he comes from a great family over in Farmingdale, and he's a big goalie. We faced a big goalie this week at UMass. This guy's tall, and he takes up a lot of the goal, and you can't just shoot the first one. You got to wait for the best one, and you got to know he's going to come up with some pretty spectacular saves. You got to stay with it and stay the course.
DeLuca with almost 150 saves already in 11 games. That's
pretty
a
good.
lot.
Yeah.
That means he's stopping a lot of shots.
Yeah. I appreciate you bringing that up.
we try to bring up these obvious points, just like the post-game press conferences. Question, obviously, what do you have to do to be successful against this tough Blue Hens team?
Yeah, I think, we've been knocking on the door, even with some of the things that we face. We've been knocking on the door with some of these one-goal losses and in what people would think is a rebuild year. This past week was really important for us. We worked really hard, and we reaped the benefits of it. I mean, let's be fair. That game could have gone either way. The Towson game could have gone either way. You know what I mean? So if you end up beating Towson, do you end up beating UMass? I don't know that answer. We just don't have a crystal ball. All I know is, the win provides a little bit of wind in your sails as you go to practice, and it all makes sense when you win. Sometimes things get cloudy when you lose, but it all makes sense. That doesn't mean that we just show up at Delaware. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
We need to prepare. These guys are well coached. They can put the ball in the goal, and it's the next challenge for this team.
Okay, well, good luck this week.
Thank you.
Hofstra in Delaware at Delaware Stadium this Saturday, April 13th at 2 p.m. once again at Delaware Stadium. Hope you, if you're in the area, can join us for that big game. Coach, good luck again.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching the WB Mason Coach's Report on GoHofstra.com.